Yeah, so for example, I'm creating like a mechanism to cope with my control freak mode. So I'm doing more like meditation. I start doing meditation, starting with breathing. So I start doing pelvic physiotherapy sessions, and then this therapist she taught me how to breathe. She's from India, so they're all about yoga and those things. She's like, okay, but let's start with breathing. So every day you're going to do that for 15 minutes, then you're gradually progressing. So you have to, relieve the tension of your body. So you need to learn how to breathe. You don't know how to breathe, so she started, teaching me those techniques. And then she's like, well, then we're going to progress to deep meditation. So it's going to be a process. So I started that. I have a friend who is very Catholic, and she was the one that brought me back to my religion, to my connection with God. So I started going back to church, to prayers, and all those things that helped me a lot to understand that, life is not under my control, it's God's control, and then I have to accept. If I believe Him, right? I believe that He is in control. Look, I'm here. If I have God here, it's because He helped me to get here, in my opinion. I don't know. So all those mechanisms and exercising every day, it's another thing too that I tried very hard. That's why I do cardio. So running is for me the top one stress release, because I breathe, then I can do the breathing thing and blah blah blah, and then my brain goes somewhere else. I call my happy place. So these are the things that I'm developing to cope with that, and I'll tell you that I have had, I don't know, numerous flights that I have not taken medication. So I'm flying without medication. This trip I didn't even bring my medication. So I'm flying, and when the turbulence comes, I repeat the mantra, it's gonna pass, breathe, pray, and I'm doing that. I look outside the window, because I heard that our brain gets tricky in the plane, because if you look to the seat in front of us, the brain, because the car also has some turbulence, the car is always shaking, right? But we don't have the same reaction as we have when we are flying. And I heard from a specialist, it's because we are not seeing outside, because we are looking in front of the seat in front of us. So the strategy is to look outside the window, so you can see that it's okay, nothing bad. That's, have the same mechanism we have when we are in the car. Look outside the window. So I'm listening to specialists, I'm trying to educate myself.
To educate yourself for what?
To learn about turbulence and what I can do in that situation. Why I had,
the flight as experience.
Yes.
Okay.
And my body too. So how I can manage the body reaction. So I'm starting from the surface.
Okay.
And then treating, of course, the trauma experience too. So every time I go to the psychologist, we talk about it. And every time I go there, I have, insights. So for example, she one day said something, because she's like, oh, Octavia, you're right. Like the weapons that brought you here are not the weapons that are gonna keep you moving forward. So you're gonna have to develop new weapons, new tools. So you need to improve your toolkit. That's the way she put it. And that's what I'm doing. So learning about traumas, and because,
it's very interesting what you're have been treating in your sessions before, and also all the knowledge that you have about your situations that happen in your life, and the tools and research, all the things that you have around you to protect you, that you have to develop, right? But also the question for me was, does she trying to control when she's not under control? So this all the things is to control what you cannot control, or you are trying to deal better when you are not in control. And the question is also, what happened? What do you think happened if you lose your control? Do you have anything around you, or what do you think is gonna be happen if you lose your control?
I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't have an answer. Like, I flew like 2 weeks ago, and on the way to my destiny, I start having those, and I start losing it. I was like, I'm gonna have another panic attack here, and then I was like, so be it. I can't. What I'm gonna do? I was by myself. I was like, they're gonna have. I don't know what's gonna happen, because I start being afraid of what's gonna happen too, right? I'm afraid that what people are gonna think of me. I'm afraid that they're not gonna be able to. I'm afraid that I'm gonna have a heart attack, and I was like, whoa. I don't know. I don't have. So I was like, if I panic, and then I relax after I put that in my mind. I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen, and I don't have control. So I was like, okay, it is what it is. I lost the battle.
I lost the battle?
Yeah, like in my mind, like I lost this control battle that.
Okay.
And then it's crazy, because then I'm like, okay, it is what it is.
And how was it to be there in that situation?
Freedom.
Freedom?
I was like, yeah. And then it was coming, and it was like and then guess what? The turbulence stopped, or maybe it was there, but my brain was not registering anymore. And then I always bring my Bible, so I read the Bible when I'm in there. But then I started reading the Bible, and then because of the turbulence was shaking, I was like, I'm gonna get nauseous, and you know. So I stopped reading, and then I started doing my Sudoku. And then I was like, I don't want to do anything. I just want to be here and then wait. You know, like wait for the wait in terms of like the flight's are gonna end. I'm not gonna wait for them. I'll just be here in the moment.
When I listen to you, the thing that comes to me is you have to do so many things to survive, and take care of the others so many times that seems that you learn that life is the equal. I have to do things. I have to all to be in charge, and you don't know how to deal the opposite when you have to wait, when you have to, okay, there's nothing that I can do, or this is not my charge, my task. And that's a new thing for you, I think, no?
Big new thing. And that's fun that you're saying that, because now we're in this process. Because for many years, well, the last 7 years, I have been asking Marcia to move out of Canada because I'm tired of the winter. And he's like, oh, you need to come up with a strategy. Again, you have to do something. I was like, oh, it's me? Okay. So stop, spending money. I started saving like crazy, clothing to a point that I was making more sense than he was. Like, if I'm in control, if you let me be in charge, it's me. And then I was like showing him, okay, why don't we go to this place? Like, no, I'm not going there. Blah, blah, blah. He put many restrictions, and an opportunity came in 2024. My former VP called me and offered me a job in 3 places. He refused all the places. And that for me was like, you know what? Enough. You told me that I was in control. Now that I came up with the solutions, you're saying no to them. So then, you know what? You stay here with all the money you think that you need, whatever you need to stay here, and I'm leaving. Simple as that. Because I am enough. And and that changed him. And then he's like, okay, what about this place? I'm like, oh, I'm okay with that. Marge, I'm okay with that. As long as I don't have to be in the freezing cold, I'm okay with that. And then I was like, again, what do, and then he's like, okay, to